Okay, I'm going to try to tackle this one next. This is from MPF Designs. It's a very interesting little gizmo. Obviously it's a fidget spinner. You can spin it like this. And it's made up of two halves, and you can rotate them against each other like this. There are little magnets in there that set it to the correct position each time you turn it. They call this thing a haptic coin also. So I had to look that up and see what's going on. Obviously they're calling it a coin because it's shaped like a coin, kind of. Haptic refers to the sense of touch, I guess. So I saw all kinds of uses for the term haptic. I'm not going to go over all of them. You can look it up on Wikipedia if you like. But so you have this thing that you can sit and click like this. You can play with it like this, back and forth or around, and it clicks. Oops, and I dropped it. And there, we got it back again. I'm just going to read what they put on their website about this. It's called the Sector 5. And they're saying the Sector 5 is a multifunction fidget that combines multiple mechanical properties and allows you many ways to play. It is a solid spinner and also a haptic coin and a clicker. Spin it any way you like, or slide it for haptic feedback and audible clicks. The same mechanics that make it a haptic coin also allow the buttons to be pressed for a clicker style fidget. That's the part I don't understand. I don't know the buttons. I'm not getting anything off of pressing the buttons. And each Sector 5 will come with its own oak box ready for display, which is this nice little box here. An oak box. Very nice box. So it's pretty cool. It also has this dirty appearance to it. It came like this just from the factory. It's got corrosion in the edges of these little indentations. Came like that right from the factory. But the thing I really need to show you is this outrageous bearing that's in here. So I'm going to get this button off of here, or try to. Take it apart and show you what it looks like inside. So we got the button off, we got the other button off, and we take these two halves apart. And we have this 5 magnets around the outside in here, which are causing it to click into its proper position. But this just crazy bearing with pin rollers in it, which allow the two sides to slide against each other. That is just a crazy amount of work for something like this. It's a big, crazy bearing. And it goes back in here. Put the other side on. R188 bearing. Put the two halves back together, hopefully. Okay, it's going to give me some trouble. There they go. Now we'll put the buttons back in it. And there we have it back together, all in one piece. So as a fidget spinner, you can't really get close to the button, so it's kind of hard to spin it with your second finger. It's probably a little better to do it with your third finger. But it works pretty well. Not the most comfortable thing in the world as a fidget spinner. but you've also got this play with it. You also got this ability to play with it this way and spin these two halves against each other and click. Probably lots of ways you can goof around with this thing. But of course, what I'm going to do with it is test it to see how long it spins, because that's what I do. So I'm going to get on with testing this out to see just how long it spins. It should get, based on its shape and its weight, which it's fairly heavy, should get pretty long spin times. So I'm going to get on with that right now. The spin times on the Sector 5 were pretty good. It got an average spin duration of 5 minutes and 4 seconds. A little bit better vertically than horizontally, as you would expect. So it got, I gave it an appearance score of 8.5. It does look pretty cool, especially with all the little spinning action that goes on with it. Gave it a feel score of 8. Which was kind of hard to do because it's flicking it with your middle finger doesn't work so well, but with your third finger it works okay. But you also have this feel issue with the clicking and rotating of the two halves against each other, so you do get a lot of extra feel that you don't get with a normal fidget spinner. So I gave it an 8 on that, and perceived quality of 9. It looks like it was engineered really well and put together really well. So I got an 8.5 subjective score and overall score of 7.8, which qualifies it as a very good spinner. So this thing costs $130. And it weighs 99 grams from MPF Designs. I would say that if you're just looking for a fidget spinner, this is probably not the way to go because of the price and because of the fact that it's not the most comfortable thing in the world to spin. But if you like the idea of having all these extra features, this clicking and side to side movement and stuff like this, whoops, and I dropped it again, then it's probably worth $130 if you like all this extra stuff. It's pretty cool to have. So I think it's not, with all that goes into it, it's not an unreasonable price. I was a little bit disappointed with the spin time. I got a 5.04. It's not the greatest spin time in the world. It's not bad, certainly not bad. It's probably better than most of them. But with all that's going on here, it's hard. I got a sense that it was a little tiny bit unbalanced, and that's probably because of all that's going on here. It's kind of hard to get it all lined up just right so it's balanced perfectly. But pretty good job all in all, for what it is. They put it together really well. And that's it. That's the Sector 5 from MPF Designs. And yeah, if you don't mind spending $130, it's pretty cool to have.